Hi, it's Majo John Nad in Vega de Toro, Mexico. In Mexico, they call me Juanito. And I've been in Mexico for, aside from a couple of vacations early in my life, I was here for 2 years from the spring of 23 to the spring of 25, and now again for about 2 months. And the purpose of this video is to talk about the importance of keeping our opinions somewhat humble, because I've been humbled recently about one opinion I've shared widely, and to talk some more about the Mexican character and the family structure in Mexico. I'm a psychologist by background and an observer of people, so I've done that all the time I've been in Mexico, and I've been in a lot of different places, from tiny little towns to big cities. And one of the opinions I've shared, the observations I've shared pretty widely, is that overall Mexicans tend to be sweet, gentle, peaceful people, nonviolent people, very hard workers, and that the key to this is a lot the wonderful family structure, which tends to be much more intact than in the family, and they tend to have aunts and uncles, grandparents, helping with the parenting of every child. So every child gets touched a lot, gets listened to a lot. And I even made the claim from Acumal, Mexico, where I was a year ago, that, being a child psychologist myself, that sibling rivalry is mostly not even an issue in Mexico, because kids don't have to vie with each other to get the love they need. Now recently I've been trained again and again to be somewhat humble in spouting my opinions. I was a diversity consultant for a long time, and we were taught to say, for me, this is my truth. And when we taught about differences, we would talk about data-based generalizations, that in general, the data shows that there's a tendency for people to be a certain way. Just getting over a cold. And for families to be a certain way. So what I describe as the tendencies for the Mexican people aren't true all the time, or not equally true. And I just got exposed to a family that was quite different, and it required me to update what I've been saying. It's not always true that there's aunts and uncles and grandparents around. I spent the day with a family yesterday where the mom is running a restaurant and has got 3 kids of her own, busy restaurant, sometimes assistants helping her and sometimes not. And she has a 4th child, a 4-year-old, who is the child of another friend of hers. And it's not clear whether that mother is on the scene anymore at all. That little girl may go home somewhere else at night, I don't have that data yet, but is in the restaurant all the time and calls my friend Mama, and has tremendous mothering needs and belonging needs. And over the course of 2 long days with that family, the first day the sibling dynamics were not as clear because both of the older girls were not there. There's a 5 or a 6-year-old who's adorable, and maybe a 12-year-old that both help out a lot around the restaurant. But what got clear yesterday is that I found out that the 4-year-old is not actually her daughter, although she calls her Mama. It became clear that the 2 older girls are mean to her. It's to such an extent it had me looking up, now what's the fairy tale? What's the Disney story? Oh yeah, it's Cinderella with the wicked stepsisters. These girls are not wicked girls at all, but they are cruel to the little girl and make it clear that I think they must resent that she dares call their mother mother. And this is not a family where there's all kinds of people giving them love. There's no dad on the scene. She says he doesn't help out anymore. He's gone somewhere. No aunts and uncles around. No grandparents around. It's mom trying to do it all. And the other girls want to keep it clear that She may call you mother. I don't know why you let her call you mother, because you're not her mother, and you are not her mother. She is not family, and she does not have all the rights and privileges we do. So, for example, a bottle of soda got opened up, and the little girl was not to have any, just because they decided, no, you don't get any, and would not let her have any. So more about my humbleness. I'll weave in something about personal responsibility. I like to say, you saw it, now you own it. What are you going to do about it? Well, I saw it, and when I weighed, what do I do about it? I did little things. I said to the mom, I'm worried about her. She's trying awfully hard. And I made that point. I think I did make that point. That was good. At another point, when I was about to say to the older daughter, you give her some of that soda. It's not fair. It's not right that she would not have soda. Somehow I must have emanated that, because the teenage helper around there at that point relented and said, no, let's give you some soda. I didn't have to. But I didn't trust my judgment. I'm not part of the system. I don't know that family. I'm able to do more harm than good. So the principle of you own it, what are you going to do about it? No, I saw it, but I don't own it. It's their family. It's too big a deal for me. So even one fourth principle, which is the Buddhist great heart of sadness. Sometimes you see pain going on that you just can't help. I did everything I could to make that girl know that I was tracking her, that I cared about her, that I thought she was cool. But she didn't want it from me. She wanted it from the family. She wanted to belong. And I honestly was relieved to leave. I felt sad. I felt heartbroken. But it's too big for me. I can't do it. I'm not going to be around there long no matter what. No matter what. Yeah. I'm sad. I am sad. I wish I could help. I did the best I could. And for now, the best I could is going to have to be all I can. Sorry.